Hello guys, sorry I'm hard at work here, so not ignoring you but concentrating. Um, I'm dying to see this new edition of Zibo that he just put into this version where the flight director will flash and be amber. So we're gonna quickly look at that. And I just need to quickly program this FMC so we can get going. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm actually doing very well, and I'm excited when I see things like this when Zibo pushes it through. 5.8. Right, 147, 475, 147. Flight director. Something like that. Alright. One step closer, one step closer. We can keep you. Bring some light in there. Alright, okay, so I'm not sure if you guys actually saw the news, but this is in aid of all the guys who are struggling to get the Autopilot to connect with the new dispensation. So initially Zibo brought in the option to just go back to the old way, so you can have simply or real, and now he's actually brought a visual cue in here, and this is what I want to see if it well, not if, it's what it looks like. I'm curious to see what it looks like. So we'll do more than one circuit if we have to, and I'm glad some of you well are going to experience it with me. Right, that's all done, that's all set up, that's all set up. Lights, I think we're ready to go for the first circuit. We might actually do 2 or more, so let's see how far we get. Right, let's go. So
1,000.
Flashing. Right, back to the drawing board.
Altimeter setting.
Thousand to go.
Alright, so these two new settings he brought in. Okay. So director off. I wonder what the other setting does. I'll have to send him a message just now. Anyway, this is the one we are looking for. Flight director helper. Alright, there it's flashing. Oh, I can hardly see it on my screen. There it's flashing. So while it's flashing, you will not be able to get the flight director to, well, the autopilot to engage, sorry, because the flight director is off. So the moment you bring it within the tolerance like that and you switch it on, it works. And then it doesn't work again. Go. This is cool. This is amazing. I love it. Let's just get level and straight. I'm gonna do it again. So I'm going to disconnect the autopilot and lift the bar again so we have control. And we're going to zoom in and start moving around here. There it starts flashing. So now it's only the horizontal bar that's flashing, so that's the one that needs to be fixed. If we turn off course, it's the localizer or the vertical bar that's flashing. And if we completely go off course, it's both of them flashing. Zibo, this is an amazing sight, my friend. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you. It's like playing Space Invaders. This is amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. I get the messages here. Thank you for watching. Um, I'm going to do this 1 or 2 or 3 more times. This is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to keep this autopilot off. The bar is lifted, so potentially I can just press the button and it will reconnect, and then we're going to lose our way in terms of that horizontal bar, so that starts flashing. Alright, then we're going to lose our way on the vertical bar, so that starts flashing. And once we bring them together again, and we're always in the 10% tolerance, because I've got it on the real setting, I simply click the button and there's the AP. Ah, awesome. I love it. Talk about guidance. Alright, so let's look at the setting. There's another new setting which I don't know what it is. I'll ask Zibo later. But if you go to General Config, no, where did I find it now? Visual Effects. Visual Effects, right at the top. Top right, Visual Effects, Flight Director Helper. You can have it on or off. I think I'll fly with it off, being me. But I think for this video, obviously it needs to be on. That's perfectly fine. But then there's this thing. Where did I see this other one? AP, yoke, and neutral. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to have to find out, because there are other yoke movements and stuff that are already set. So we've got the yoke auto center, that's off. We've got the yoke movement, that's off. So that also is a new one. I'm not sure what that is. Guys on the stream, it seems you've stopped chatting with me. Are you there? I can't see numbers. I don't know how many of you guys are there. So if you've got any input, please tell me.
Thousand to go.
Umzila, that's awesome. I'm glad. Alright, Steve, so have a look here. I'm going to just demonstrate it one more time. If we go to the customization features, we go to visual effects, we go to flight director helper, we switch that on. It's going to be fun in the turn now. In fact, let's just wait until the turn is over, because I did it before. It's just easier in the straighten level, and then you'll understand what it's all about. Now I'm not going to pause at top of descent at all, unless I click the wrong button. I'm pretty sure it should not be on. Yeah, pause at top of descent is off. No, all I'm worried about is this one, the visual effects. I need the flight director on so I can show you guys how this works. I've just sent Zibo a message. If you're watching, send your PM. There is another setting. I have no idea what it is. I'd like to find out more about that. But this is awesome. Thank you, Zibo. This is really fantastic. I'm going to show you now, Steve. Remember, for all the guys that have been complaining that they cannot get the autopilot to connect again, this is for them. This is to help them get the flight director in the correct position to allow them to enable the autopilot. So I'm going to show you just now. I'm going to blow your mind because you haven't seen this before. Ah, tolerance. That must be Kedar. Obviously that's the tolerance. So we want the tolerance on a reel, and that was under realism. Tolerance is a reel. Yeah, we definitely want that. Right then. Okay, then obviously I made a mistake. Sorry, Zibo. Because obviously mine was supposed to be on the reel. I've been flying on the reel. I don't know if the name changed or if I'm just absolutely daft. So apologies for that, but that is where it should be. It should be on a reel, and then we want the visual effects flight director on for this demonstration. Hello, Yorkie. Well, this is going to help you, Steve. So feast your eyes on this. Let me just put some speed brakes out. Make sure we don't overspeed. I'm not sure what my descent altitude should be, so give me a second. Let me get this chart quickly. We're going to descend to 3,000. And we're going to use 530. Just quickly set this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are passenger Escobar. Passenger Escobar. This is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
Alright, so we've got Ian running there. Alright. Steve, yes, I told you to use Simply. This is a brand new update, so feast your eyes on this, right? I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. It's complaining. I'm lifting my bar. Now check this. The moment I go off the cross, alright, if I lift it, you see the horizontal bar is now flashing. So it's telling me the autopilot will not engage because we are off horizontally. If we move to the side, it tells me that the autopilot will not engage because of the vertical path discrepancy. The moment I bring the two within the tolerance, which is the silly mistake I just made, I do apologize to myself as well. Now I can just click the autopilot, the Command A button, and it comes on immediately. So there you go. That's how easy it is. So when you are going to take off, switch it off again. When you're going to take off, you're obviously going to go in the nose up position, and that flight director is going to go all over the show. And it's your responsibility to fly it back into position to actually get it to work. So what this flight director helper does is it guides you, because if you can see which one's flashing, you can fix that one. If both of them are flashing, obviously you need to fly both of them into the cross again. As easy as that. So what I'm also telling you now, Steve, is now once you are happy that you can do this under simply, sorry, let me just finish this conversation quickly. Alright, there you go. Thank you, Zibo. Fix that. Alright. What I'm also saying, sorry, don't know if I got finished that conversation, is you can actually now, once you are proficient with simply, now go to the advanced way of doing things and then use the helper to train you to do it correctly and properly. Let me just get my approach button clicked there. Start bringing down this speed. I hope it makes sense. Sorry, I did 3-4 things at the same time. I apologize too much. Very exciting, overexciting. And Santos, I'm doing the Ian approach, if you can see that. All well with that as well. So Steve, what do you think? Love to have your response on that. Guys, if you change the settings, please remember to click save. You have to save it, otherwise you're going to have to redo the settings. Awesome, Steve. Awesome. I think you're going to like it. What the hell is this thing doing? Oh, sorry, my mistake. My mistake, looking at the wrong screen. I looked up and the aircraft was just stationary. It looked like it was paused. I went, oh, no.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Thank you, Yorkie. Thanks for the feedback. Much appreciated. I'm glad you got it right, by the way. really glad. Lots of guys have notified me, you know, the same kind of story, so I'm very happy. Damn it.
Approaching 3,
Just
5.
can't believe I made a mistake on that tolerance. That's just a rookie mistake. Embarrassing, but I'll survive, I'm sure.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Why? I don't want it to go out. Okay, then let's get it into balance.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
1,000 to go.
And here we go. Alright, so no matter how hard you try, if you do not have that crosshair in the right place, and if those things are flashing, you're not going to get the autopilot to connect. The only time is when you have it under control and it's in the right place. That was a nice test. Actually, we need to stay because we're going to do the hold. Okay.
Thousand to go.
Definitely. Definitely. If you're sitting and you have to go like this and then find a button to press, by that time you're going to be out of the tolerance.
Altimeter
That's my
setting.
experience as well. That is why I agree with you. Definitely, it's a much better idea, 77, to have something on your yoke or joystick where you've got just a button to press. Let's keep that hold. Just changed my mind. Let's go try land this baby. That's it. Yeah, same here. On my side tech yoke, I've got the disconnect bar as well as Command A, so I can control it just with my thumb. Much easier than to have to reach out. And you know what? For so many years, I did the reaching. You know, move it, find it, click it. I think that's also part of the reason why, you know, it's easier for me to get stability, because I've had to train myself Vive, yes, this is 16C. I think this change where we have to be within the tolerance, as you saw there in my go around just now, it's really going to force you to up your skills. Your skill level needs upgrade. I mean, I know mine does. Go arounds is not something I do every day. I'm definitely going to have to practice them now, and to make sure that I employ similar tactics as, you know, normal takeoff, for that, to get the aircraft under control, stable, get the autopilot on, and then take it from there. Because at this point in time, when I do a go around, I seem to be fighting it more than not. So a bit of practice I also need to do. Facebook is absolutely lighting up in terms of posts, in terms of private messages. Yeah, it's awesome. Kedar, I have not got perfect 100% confirmation of it, but it appears to be, yes, it appears to be the same thing. The only difference is it's now got this guidance added. I did not see any other reference in the change log to suggest otherwise, so it appears to be. I can tell you one thing, I know of quite a few guys that are going to be overjoyed when they see this function, because they've really been struggling to get the autopilot to work. So how much juice we've got left? Apple. You're welcome, Kedar. There's no real reason unless you want to play with this new feature to do that, so you're welcome. Look how it's flashing. It's telling me we're out on the vertical bar, so of course. position and get it connected again. There we go. Not that difficult, but I mean, obviously I have a lot of experience, but this is now something that you guys can really practice with. Get more speed. So some these.
Thousand to go. Thousand to go. Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
I broke it. I broke it. Can you believe it? I broke it. We did not like me nose diving like that and then putting the approach on. Obviously that's not a recognized procedure, that was just me being funny, but don't do this, don't do this. There we go, now we're slightly ahead. Nice to hand fly this bird. Guys, if you ever want to treat yourself, you know, just for fun really, and this is one nice way of learning this aircraft. Just take off, forget about automation, just go fly circuits with it. I mean, this is such a sweet aircraft to fly by hand like this, it's not even funny, it's really, really awesome.
500.
You can really get a feel for it.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Will also teach you to balance your
100.
throttles a bit better.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Knots.
Well guys, that's about enough of my antics for tonight. I'm thoroughly satisfied. We came, we saw, we conquered. I made a fool of myself as well. So, you know, all of these things add up, and then I hope you guys have got some more things to think about and go practice with, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you, Zibo. This was a very welcome addition. Marvelous. Guys, I'll talk to you soon again. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.